Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, Cooking with E and V. And today what we're going to be doing is French bread pizza. Right here we have about half a loaf of French bread. And what I'm going to do now, we're just going to cut it in half using a serrated knife. We're just going to get this in half as best as we can. And we're going to cut clean through all the way. Alright. Right here we have our two beautiful halves of French bread. And on this French bread, what I'm going to do, I've got some real butter, parsley, and fresh garlic that I crushed inside here using a garlic press. So we're going to spread this on our French bread with this spoon. And we're going to be pretty liberal with this. We're going to go on it pretty thick. And then once I spread this on the bread, we're going to go ahead and put it in a preheated 450 degree oven. We're not going to fully cook it. We just want it the butter to get soft and the bread to get a little bit crusty. This is going to be delicious. Even if you have some 1 or 2 old day old French bread that you don't want to get rid of, or that you're not using for like a bread pudding or something like that, this is a good idea, a quick idea to utilize that bread like this. And also you can get the kids involved and it's fun for them to do it. Alright, so we got our bread all buttered up with our parsley, crushed garlic, and the only thing we need to do now is wait on our oven to get to 425 degrees. Then we're going to leave it in our oven for about 5 to 7 minutes. And then when I take it out, I'm going to show you the next step. Okay everyone, we're back. Our bread is in the oven. I got the timer set for 7 minutes at 450 degrees. The next thing we want to do is work on our tomato sauce. And right here I have some whole peeled tomatoes. So we're going to throw this in this bottle, big ramekin like this. And as you notice, these tomatoes are whole peeled, and we're going to crush them just with our fork. And I like to leave bits of, you know what, my hands are clean, we're just going to go in there with our hands. I like to leave bits of tomato, chunks of tomato, and sometimes you make a mess, but that's okay. We're here in the kitchen, we'll be able to clean that up. Just going to crush these up. I'm making a big mess. It's alright though. Get that nice and crushed. And what we're going to do, we're going to simmer this on the stove under medium-low heat and let all the flavors concentrate and let it get, let this tomato sauce thicken up a little bit. Alright, looks about right. Let me clean up a little bit to get this out the way, and I'll be right back. You can already smell that bread in there. It smells like garlic. It's blooming. Smell like fresh garlic flavor. Just quick wipe up. Here we go. And for this recipe, We're gonna eyeball everything. We definitely want to put a little salt in here because the tomatoes do not have salt. So we're gonna use about a quarter teaspoon, two of them of salt. We're gonna eyeball about quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. Next will be oregano, about the same. We're gonna go a whole teaspoon of oregano on this one. I love oregano. And for a little bit of heat, it's a fresh bottle. We're gonna go in about a quarter teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And we're gonna mix everything well. And I already have my skillet on the stove already heating up. I'm going to throw a little bit of about a tablespoon of olive oil into our tomato sauce. Very simple recipe, guys. Just get your bread, you split it in half, you take out some real butter, let it sit on the counter for about an hour or so, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, so it can get soft. You chop up some fresh parsley, you mince up some fresh garlic, get your tomato sauce like I'm doing right now, and then you want to go ahead and heat it up. And we're going to take our tomato sauce. We're gonna throw all the contents in our pot, transfer it back onto the stove, and let this simmer for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and by that time it should be a thicker consistency. It's been about 5 minutes, 6 minutes on our bread. We're gonna go and take a peek. Oh yeah, it's ready. Our bread is ready. We're gonna transfer our bread onto our cutting board. And look how beautiful that looks. Nice and toasty, golden brown, still soft in the center. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave our oven on at 450 until we put our toppings on, and then we're gonna place it back in the oven until our pepperoni gets nice and crisp and our mozzarella cheese gets melted. All right, so we'll see you in a little bit. I'll bring you back. As you can see, our sauce is cooking down very, very nicely. It's getting thick, and that's what we want. Look at that, it's that bubbly, it smells delicious in here. All right, we're gonna give this about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and start putting our French bread crusted pizza together. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to assemble our French bread pizza, and we let our tomato sauce cool down a little bit. So from here on down, it's pretty simple. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and give our bread a nice coating of this pizza sauce. And what I did, I looked in my refrigerator and I had a little small piece of tomato in there. Now, in this house, we do not try to waste food. We try to use up everything we can. We use it in other different dishes and stuff like that. So I just cut that tomato up. I didn't seed it. I didn't peel it. And I just went on ahead and threw it in the sauce. And it really complimented it because it was a fresh tomato. It was one of them on the vine ripened tomatoes. And it went well with it. So as I'm doing here, putting a nice little coat of tomato sauce on it. And as you can see, we got some thick pieces of tomato in there. That's what I like to see. I'm gonna do it just like that. And I like a lot of sauce on my pizza. I'll get a little bit more on this end right here. Alright. Now next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take our mozzarella. And normally I buy mozzarella on the block and I shred it myself. But my local store, they didn't have any block mozzarella. And the ones that they did have, they didn't have the right type. They had low fat, and I don't do that low fat stuff. My wife, she's all into that low fat stuff, but not me. So we're gonna pile our mozzarella up there nice and high, and I think I got just the amount that I needed. In this bowl. I'll take a little bit off of here. We're going to the refrigerator to get a little bit more. That's not enough for me. That should be good. Fine. Got a pro tip for you guys out there. Anytime you got something in a plastic bag, always try to get as much air out as possible. Bacteria thrives on air, and if you take all that air out of your food or your plastic baggies, your food will last that much longer. Alright, now that we got that done, we're going to go ahead and layer our pepperoni on there. And when you're doing this, you want to put them close together because they will bunch up once they get hot inside your oven. So just be liberal on that pepperoni. Never have too much pepperoni. It's looking delicious already. I can just eat this just like this. My buddy Sam, the cooking guy, I call him my buddy because I do watch his channel. He's kind of eccentric, but I love his content. He kind of inspired me on doing this. I seen one of his videos on French bread pizza. So if you have not yet gone and looked at his content, look up Sam the Cooking Guy. Just as it says, Sam the Cooking Guy. He really is. He really does a good job. I like his content. Like I said, he's pretty eccentric, but hey, he's being him. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go with a little small layer of mozzarella cheese. And this is really just to keep the pepperoni in place, really. Just gonna go with a little small layer. Just like that. Nothing too major, nothing too fancy. Alright, we still have our oven preheated at 450 degrees. We'll move this out the way. We're going to get our rack that it's going to be placed on. So what you want to do, you want to carefully place your bread, your pizza, onto your oven, on your rack. And then we're going to go ahead and, got some cheese right here. We don't want to waste none of this stuff. Ain't no sense of putting this in the trash. Alright. Place that in the center of the oven. we're gonna let this go for about 7 to 10 minutes until the cheese is melted and your pepperoni starts to curl up a little bit. And when we come back, we're gonna show you the final product and do a taste test. So stay tuned, everyone. Oh, and by now, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Cooking with E and V. We appreciate your support. Give us some thumbs up. Some thumbs up are very important. You gotta have them thumbs up anytime anybody looks at a video. And also share. There's other people out there that got French bread. They don't know what to do with it. They may have bought another loaf or one or too many loaves or whatever, and this is sitting in the kitchen. So share our videos with your friends, family, and co-workers. We sure appreciate you. So stay tuned. We're gonna bring you right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I am so excited to show you our final product. This is our French bread pizza with pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, and tomato sauce. And what we're going to do, I just want to cut down in the center of it. Do you hear that? Oh, it's just beautiful. It's crispy. Nice crust on it. Just bring you up close. Doesn't that look delicious? That's something that you can bring to your family table, and the kids and everyone else will enjoy. So right now what we're going to do a little taste test. I'm hoping they won't burn the roof of my mouth, but it just come out the oven. Very crusty, very buttery. Let's see how we did. Folks, this is delicious. It's actually very light. It's like eating a thin crust pizza, because the bread is so airy and it's not heavy at all. So you must do this for your family. Get off that couch, get in the kitchen, get outside on that grill. I'm Eric from Cooking with E and V. Val and I, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate your support. And only thing we ask is you give us that thumbs up, subscribe, and share. That's all we ask you guys. So until the next time, we love you. Have a great Monday at work. Have a great work week. And be safe.